Oh, ha, 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 he's on time. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, I am. What's cracking like it is your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So, go ahead, become a bro and subscribe first and foremost. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up. That really helps out the channel a ton. And real quick, if you don't know what we're doing, well, tonight we're doing an old-fashioned 3-round mock draft. No trades, free agency's just underway. Don't want to get too crazy with it. But if you want to take part in one of these, because this is basically a real-time draft simulator where you draft for a team, you'll have other people drafting for other respective teams, and that's why we kind of do this in a live stream format. You got to be a premium member at Walk the Mock. You can follow the link in the description. It does cost money, but when you use promo code Broshmo 50, it gets you 50% off. So I think it's like $15 for the year. So well worth it. We want to try doing a lot of these and built up for the draft. We will do a 7-rounder as the draft comes closer. Also, you dropped the link before I was ready. Well, I mean, I can't help it, dude. I just do things. Also, there's going to be a live stream right after this. It's just going to be a separate live stream because the video took too long to upload last night, where we'll be going around discussing free agency day 2 and just all the moves for the most part and giving actual grades. This time I'm going to go ahead with, I guess I'll just go ahead and do this. Go ahead with letter grades. I got A, B, C, D, and F. So if you want to follow, it's literally going to be right after. This is my big board after the Senior Bowl. It needs updated, but I'm probably not going to, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm not going to update it until I release my prospect rankings, which those will start coming out in the next, I want to say next week, because I was kind of holding out till Bryce Young's pro day, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to do any of the drills and whatnot. He'll just probably do some passing drills and I mean, that's fair. So, like, it's not really that required. So we're going to probably start with quarterbacks. Go from there on out. Miles Murphy is now having his own private freaking pro day where he will do the drills. The hamstring was still bothering him, unfortunately. So be on the look for that. Edge might be coming out a little closer to early April. With that being the case, a couple of signings happening while right before we got live, but Charles Omenihu going to the Chiefs. I kind of like that one. And then obviously David Montgomery going to the Detroit Lions. Kirito, Mr. Sword Art Online, thank you for being a member for a month. You think Orlando Brown would ever settle for right tackle? I'm hoping if the price is right. I think it's the money. He wants to be paid like a left tackle because I feel like the NFL still has this like archaic thought process of left tackle is more important than right. While in today's NFL, it's really not that big of a difference in terms of how important it is. Defenses are a lot more complex. Gojo wants let in. I gotta go let the boy in. We still have the Broncos open for tonight. If anyone wants to jump on that, come on in, buddy. All right, if you want to chat with the boy, Broshmo, remember at Broshmo in the chat. That way it highlights my name and I'll address your comments, or you can always super chat if it's a nice way to support the channel. You want to come up here? Y'all just got Charles Omenihu. You still just don't look happy. Are you okay, Gojo? You won a Super Bowl this year. Calm down, bud. Pin draft rankings code, or you'll have to repost it when we get into the draft. Can I pin? All right, it's pinned. I didn't know I could do that. You learn something new every day. Ha! It's not like I do this for a living. With the Lions getting Montgomery, what is your feeling on where my boy Robinson gets drafted now? Freaking the Bears? I know that's a popular one. Good suggestion, Landon, by the way. Thank you. Waller trade thoughts. Another Landon in the chat. I like it. I think this might be a move that they didn't want to spend a lot to get D-Hop. So they went out and got probably what they thought was the next pass catcher available. I'm going to go ahead and just jump in the room. I'll take my rankings to the draft room. We still got 8 minutes where we could just talk, man. Kick back and just chill. Okay, that's good enough. All right. Do you think the Titans are going to make a big move or just piece stuff together for next season? If they make a big move, it's them making a move to rebuild. So send in like Derrick Henry out and whatnot. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of any, like, I like was it Al-Shazir? Is that how you say it? I like that sign-in. That's pretty solid. But outside of that, they've been kind of like whatever, you know. I don't like them not trying to get aggressive and bring back Nate Davis. It sucks that Ben Jones got cut. Yeah, guys, I'm doing a free agency stream right after this. So I'll discuss a little bit of free agency, a little bit where it's required. Blah, 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 blah. What do the Panthers do now that they don't have a number 1 wide receiver? They might just draft one. Or, hey, they got, 2 second-round picks? Go get D-Hop. Go be active. I will say with Caleb McGarry, I thought that was just ridiculous. Like, I thought he was going to get so much more money. And, like, really for any team, like, you couldn't match that. Like, if you really, like, he must not have had a big market because you got to believe someone could have matched that. Where do you think Bobby Wagner. Wagner ends up. Check out Jason Lewan, Illinois State, 3 Tech. Tested freakish. Ooh, will do. The only Illinois State prospect I got on my list is the linebacker, Zach, like Van Kockenberg, something like that. Something like that. It's something I looked and was like, that's hard to pronounce. Thoughts on Stephon Gilmore? I'll talk about that more in the next live stream, which happens right after this one. So stick around. I'm literally going to go live back to back. Like near the end of this, I'm going to go ahead and like create that. So y'all could just hop from one to the other. If you want to join me there, help me out grading this, these teams and their free agency. So thanks again, Snorkel, man. I know you be on the draft grind. What do I think? Finally, a real question. What do I think Bray Wyatt walking out and the new plan to add Bobby to Lesnar Omos match? He didn't walk out. Apparently he's hurt. Apparently Apparently Bray Wyatt is either hurt or he's suffering from like a virus or something. So yeah, I'm pulling a double tonight. But to be fair, it's actually less work for me, because it took so long to upload that video last night. I was like, I might as well just live stream this, because then it goes straight to YouTube, no problems. All I have to do is monetize it really after. That's about it. And Bobby, I don't really know. I don't think you add him to Omos Lesnar. I mean, that'd be cool and whatnot, but I think what you do is you just have him win like the Battle Royale. I think Sean Ross Sapp said it last night. Just have him go in and win like the men's over the top Battle Royale. Who do the Vikings take at 23? They trade down. But if they do pick Banks, Smith, Brazee, Branch, oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's the cover story. Well, that's not what Sean Ross Sapp reported last night, and he's typically really in tune. I don't know. Apparently, maybe they want LA Knight to do something with Stone Cold for Mania. That would be cool. You're right, my football guy. I gotta be talking football. I am the Titans tonight. Do you think the Eagles will draft a running back? I mean, not early. I don't think they will early. Hey, number 1 Canadian Steelers fan. Look at that, coming a long way. Brian Branch will be there in the second. Oh, I don't think he'll be there in the second. I kind of like the idea of him going to the Vikings, but I mean, they bring in Marcus Davenport. They lost Dalvin Tomlinson. So like Brazil actually kind of makes sense. I think honestly Banks makes sense. I think Branch makes sense. Even Smith to a degree. What do the Falcons get at 8? It's wide open, bud. Shouldn't the main event for night? No, the main event definitely should be the tag titles. I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. All right, I'm gonna refresh the Twitter timeline for some news. Oh my gosh, just go back to it. Isn't there a way to get like recent tweets up in here? I'm getting like tweets from 6 hours ago. All right, I don't see anything new right now. Tyon Evans, I wish he wasn't so banged up this past year. Like he tested well, but I think he's more of this late day 3 guy. Let's see. Try Glasson. How you been, bro? I was thinking about getting a Bray Wyatt tattoo with that moth symbol he has. Okay, if you want to, bud. I'm not the guy to talk about tattoos, man. I'm never know what I want. Today was a boring day in free agency. I don't think so. I think there were a couple of cool things in free agency. The Waller trade, Alan Lazard, and the Aaron Rodgers controversy. There were a couple of good sign-ins as well. So it's like, I don't think it was... I'm not keeping up with a basketball game. 18-14. Sorry, Mark. All right. We got less than 2 minutes. Word out of Pittsburgh is Mike Tomlin loves his current tackles, and this draft he's going to be going heavy on defense. Good. Good. Penny's always hurt. I think it's solid signing. He's always hurt, but it doesn't mean you have to invest early. That they also brought back Boston Scott. They have Kenneth Gainwell. They could do it on day 3 if they want to, really. Denver won free agency. Yeah, now they just need to get a quarterback. Cody, the boss, who won free agency day 1 and 2. We'll find out in the live stream that happens right after this, where I discuss free agency in more detail. Rodgers holding my team hostage. Yeah, he is, dude. He really is. All he did was resign Nick. Hey, Nixon, though, that's a good re-signing, though. All right, we're down to the final 30 seconds, 35 seconds here. Miles Murphy was at his pro day, but he was still suffering. He was still recovering from tweaking his hamstring, I believe, at the combine. He tweaked it the night before workouts. So he's still nursing that, so he's going to have a private pro day. So there's your update on that. Yeah, Cody the boss. We having a long night tonight, man. Can the Saints get Bijan or Jalen Carter? I say no. Not without trading up. And let's be honest. I mean, the Saints, they can trade up, but I mean, they're known for it. Oh, everybody loves the acclaimed. Snorkel? Everybody loves the acclaimed. I heard Wiley might play guard. No, you do not sign. No, he's not playing guard. That sign was to make him tackle. All right, the draft has started. Ibrahim going CJ Stroud. A lot of people tend to believe Stroud will be the pick there for the Panthers. I'm open to it possibly being everybody. Dylan. Oh, Bryce Young, by the way, going to Texans. Dylan says, who is by the way, Dylan, thank you for the super chat. Who is your favorite O-liner? O-liner? offensive linemen in this draft. Will Anderson going to the Cardinals, by the way. I really do think it's Paris Johnson. Paris Johnson's just so nice. Lions fans are losing their collective minds right now. What, over the whole whatchamacallit, the David Montgomery thing? Okay. That sucks. Well, I mean, I guess it does suck that means Jamal Williams is probably not coming back now. Have you thought about doing a wrestling channel as a second channel? I would if I had time, but I do a lot of work on this channel. Like a lot of work, from the evals to just Photoshop it. I don't have an editor. I do all the overlays, I do all the Photoshops, I do the thumbnails, I do everything you see in the video, and then I have to actually go into Premiere Pro and do that as well. Anthony Richardson going to the Colts, and then Jalen Carter going to the Seahawks. Nothing too crazy yet. Nothing too crazy yet. Nothing too crazy yet. Reminder, just at Broshmo if you want to say something to me. You just bought WWE 2K? See, the only reason I would buy it is for GM mode. I was watching Up, Up, Down, Down do GM mode. Nolan Smith. Goodness gracious. Great Balls of Fire. That's wild. Well, there we go. Draft just got crazy. Oh, thank you, Mr. Canadian Steelers fan. Christian Gonzalez. I'm not going to lie. Corner does feel like a good pick now for the Raiders. I wouldn't say quarterback's necessarily out of it, but I don't love the idea of Will Levis going. I don't love the idea of settling for Will Levis. The Falcons. Why is PFF so low on Myles Murphy? I don't know. He did have a down season. Devon Witherspoon going to the Atlanta Falcons. Bears on the clock. They're taking a pick. I mean, I know Paris Johnson. I know Mike Renner has been a big defender of Myles Murphy. But he's also like huge on guys like Tyree Wilson and such. Myles Murphy going to the Eagles, by the way. Spoke too soon. Crazy to see how high. Yeah, that is pretty high. What's your hardest team to mock for? Right now, it's typically the Cowboys, but I'm not gonna lie. This Titans one's kind of difficult. Maybe not. It really depends what is the plan going forward for the Titans. Am I legitimately going to take Peter Skoronski here and not play him at tackle? Maybe as the move to put Andre Dillard at guard. I don't really think so with the contract. Do I just take Will Levis and say, okay, well, sorry, Malik. What is the call here? Tyree Wilson's tempting. Do I just go ahead, take Bijan and say, hey, trade Derrick Henry? But I mean, they don't have the offensive line, really, to do that. Do I just go ahead and take my top receiver? Oh, man, this is tough. Honestly, maybe you take Tyree Wilson. I think I'm just going to stick with the current top guy on my board. And you kind of hope that he's just better Bud Dupree. Let's see, and then we'll see what we can do on day 3 with some of these picks. Should Minnesota draft a wide receiver? I don't think they have to, especially paying Josh Oliver $7 million a year. I want. Let's see what else we got here. Northwestern's Pro Day. I didn't think there were any big results from it because I'm pretty sure Skoronski just did. I'm pretty sure Skoronski just did positional drills. Let me go check real quick. Oh yeah, how can I forget this? Aditamiwa Adabari. Uh, so he comes out and he ends up testing in the upper percentile in the 3 cone and the 20-yard shuttle. So that's something. So yeah, right now, like, man, he's just looking so freaking good. Yo, we got 500 people in here and only 60 likes. Guys, I'm not a bad guy. Hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up. I like Broderick more than Peter for the Titans. Problem is, they got their tackles right now. What they need is interior players. They have none. They might be praying Dylan Radens is a guard. They don't have Nate Davis. Ben Jones is gone. They don't have nobody there. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised. Bowles was making good moves. I'm surprised he didn't go after McGarry. He feels like such a natural fit for the Bears. Lucas Van Ness going to the Texans. Pierce Skoronski to the Jets. And Joey Porter to the Patriots. Yeah, I like to think I'm likable, right? I'm not like Logan Paul or anything. Quick question. Who would be the better middle linebacker, Sanders or Campbell? Absolutely. Like, Sanders has the potential in terms of upside, but again, he has this kind of like this. He might be a better like weak side guy with his ability to come off the edge and blitz. Do you think the short arm thing about Skoronski is just GM's trying? No, the short arm thing's legit. He's legit got short arms. Maldania. Yeah, he's got legit short arms. That's when you're sub 33-inch arms, it's always kind of a okay. I'm not saying I'm Logan Paul, but I'm not saying I'm not. Here, buy my energy drink. Yeah, basically, right? Oh, Martell there. Jeff Keen. I mean, at this point, the Pats have to trade for Judy, right? I think it's either that or you take Flowers in the first and a tackle in the second. Thoughts? I mean, I'm kind of open to a lot of things. Free agency still got some ways to go. There's still a lot of receivers available. Granted, it's not like they're top tier guys, but where do I think Jamal Williams goes? Dude, I don't know, man. The Titans. He goes to the Titans. I like that fit. Roger Jones going to the Packers, by the way. Is Byron Murphy gonna man the slot for Minnesota? You think? Did he get signed? Did that just happen? Yeah. Okay. 6 minutes ago. Yeah, I feel like he might man the slot. I feel like that might be the thing, which probably would take Brian Branch out of the equation there. Broshmo is worse than Logan Paul. He's Jake Paul. All right, so I'm like an all right boxer. Cool. Who do you think gets Isaac Simalu from the Eagles? Honestly, that would be a nice addition for the Bills. Bijan going to Washington. Yo, that's wild. That's spicy. I don't mind it, though. I don't mind it. With now all their new offensive line help, I don't mind it. Samalu, like, honestly, that'd be a good pickup for the Titans if they could get him. I wasn't here, so what are your thoughts on Montgomery to Detroit? It is what it is. Now they have 2 backs that constantly get beat up, constantly get hurt. What position should the Finns target in the draft now? Tackle. You know what's the sucky part? Where there's not gonna be good tackles by the time we're drafting, unless Matthew Bergeron makes it there, which I kind of doubt. Oh, y'all were spamming? I'm sorry. I kind of just focus at the @Broshmo comments. Like, if you're in the chat, if you want something me to kind of like focus my attention somewhere, I typically always go to the @Broshmo comments. because it's like, okay, if this is directed to me, I at least want to, address it, say it, give it the necessary shout out. Will Levis going to the Lions? Perfect. Crazy thought, but Jacob says, with how the Rams are acting with 1 in picks, what if the Titans trade a first to the Rams for Aaron Donald and we re-sign Jeffrey Simmons? Oh, it's going to take a lot more than that. And I don't know, like, y'all going to have to maneuver some cap space for that. And he getting paid like 20 a year right now? 23 a year maybe? 2 years, 22 million. Okay, that's a solid contract. Am I crazy to think the Raiders pass on Levis and Commanders or Titans get him and a sleeper to get him the Packers? I honestly, I still feel like Levis could be a thought for the Raiders, but probably not. I think probably they're out of the quarterback market at this point. We got Brian Branch going to the Bucks, by the way. But Mark, I don't think the Titans, man. It really feels like they're about to blow things up there. Or maybe they're just holding on for too long. They kind of need to blow things up there right now. Or at least with the offense, which they've already done with the offensive line. What am I saying? Favorite NFL team? Fins up, baby. Dolphins. I hope Poyer comes to the Dolphins. I'll say that. Seattle should definitely trade up to 3 now. Now we need Anderson more than Carter since our sign-ins. Yeah, but good luck trading with Arizona that high. If Rodgers doesn't go to the Jets for some reason, do you feel like the Lazard signing was a bad move? Yes. They gave him a lot of money, and I don't think he's that good of a receiver. Bo says, must have been giving out free crack to these drafters. Yes, it's actually when you sign up for Walk the Mock as a premium member, you actually get free crack. It's actually one of their perks, especially when you use promo code Broshmo50 to sign up. Squad says, do you think the Texans take a center in free agency or draft or trade or draft one? I mean, they could probably draft one. Did they bring back Quisenberry? Didn't he play a little center last year? Hey, bro, I heard Bears didn't go for McGarry due to his short arms. Okay. With Poles being big measures guys, so would that not mean Skoronski would pass for the draft? Yeah. You know who would? Paris Johnson and his 36-inch arms. Who is your best tight end fit for the Raiders? In the third? Well, it's not necessarily best tight end fit. You're really probably in the third. You're the guys you're looking at are like Tucker Kraft, Zach Kuhns, and Luke Schoonmaker. Those are the only guys you're going to be looking at. Quentin Johnson going to the Chargers. Jack Smith-Njigba going to the Ravens. Trenton Simpson, who worked out today, going to the Vikings. Honestly, not even messing around. I love my first round for the Lions. Good. I'm glad you do. Isaac Samalu to the Steelers or to the Seahawks, maybe? That would be pretty dope. Had the ability to reach on upside early because didn't need a corner and didn't like QBs. So got my guy at edge, then somehow gets Levis at 18. Ain't bad. All right, Greg, get in on that then. All right, Zay Flowers, Jags, Jordan Addison, Giants. Who's most likely to be traded? Sutton. I feel like Judy because he's going into a contract year, ain't he? And did they extend Courtland Sutton? Just like this past season or a year ago? So Courtland Sutton, not a free agent until... there's a potential out after this year, after 2024. So Sutton, team would have to take up significantly more, like a team that trades for him. Broncos, I assume, would want them to take up significantly more cap. I think with Jerry Jeudy, Oh, they already gave him the 5th year too. Ooh, that's interesting. It's kind of a toss-up, actually, now that I look at it. Kind of a toss-up. Let's see. Where are we at? Best scheme fits for Mekhi Blackton and Trey Palmer. Trey Palmer's just a vertical guy. That might be a slot guy. Could probably play outside too. I feel like any team would want that. Mekhi Blackman, I kind of like him as maybe a heavy man scheme. Adetomiwa Adebari going to the Saints. I love that pick. Who's your favorite player to mock to the Bengals at 28? Any tackle. If the Steelers could land Orlando Brown, who do you think their first round pick would be? Well, I don't think they were going tackle anyway with their first round pick, Jennifer. Dalton Kincaid going to the Cowboys. Let me scroll this back up. We got Darnell Wright going to Buffalo. DeJuan Jones going to the Bengals. I can live with DeJuan Jones for the Bengals. So happy my guy didn't take Anton Harrison. I love Anton Harrison. Why not? I think the Dolphins need a tackle. I'm kind of cool with their offensive interior situation right now. I actually was a big fan of Robert Jones last season. Anton Harrison going to the Chiefs. Jack Campbell going to the Eagles, and then Drew Sanders going to the Steelers here. Mighty J says, what's the best trade in place for Slay? I don't think he gets traded. I think they're making him look out there so that they could maybe work an extension, because I feel they did that with Fletcher Cox last year. Any thoughts on what are the Patriots doing besides taking in care of in-house contracts? I have no thoughts on what the Patriots are doing. Find out my thoughts. Next live stream, which happens right after this, by the way. Michael Mayer going to the Houston Texans. Okay. The Andre Dillard signing was interesting. I'll say that. Like, I get it. Like, he's been good in relief, been stuck there because of depth. You know, he can play guard well. So it's like he gives you a little versatility, but it's, like, I wouldn't mind that if they also kept Nate Davis. Who signs Adam Thielen? Well, he's meeting with Carolina Panthers tomorrow. Josh Downs, going to the Cardinals. Charles says, you think Giants could get Jared Jeudy for pick 57? No, I feel like that's too far down. They'd probably be, I don't know. Because I think they feel like when healthy, he's a really good player. How much money does Seattle still have? We need to take care of linebacker before this trash draft class. Brian Branch still top 15. He's like top 20 still for me. I don't know about top 15. Dude, just Google Seattle's current cap space. Manuel Forbes going to the Colts. Makes sense after the Stephon Gilmore trade today. Do you think you should pin a comment saying you're going live after this? I will. I like that idea. Who do you think is the best fit for Darnell Washington? Any team that really likes, really has like a run-heavy approach, or a team that runs maybe a lot of like gap, or like a gap blocking scheme or inside zone. So you do have teams like the Raiders, the Patriots, the Lions. You could throw the Ravens in there. They're real fun. Cam Smith going to the Rams. You got Keely Ringo going to the Seahawks. Jared, what do you think? The AR at 1 is just smoke. I mean, we're hearing a lot of smoke right now. Honestly, as we get close to the draft, maybe we'll get a bit of a more clear picture on that. But as of right now, I just assume it's all smoke. The Cardinals have the worst cornerback room in the league now. They did last year, and with Murphy on the team. What's your 10 and 30 for the Eagles? Don't know. I'll do a mock draft Friday. All right, Darnell Washington going to the Raiders, actually. I really think they might try to bring back Foster Moreau, though. I think that might be it. Let's see. I'm trying to look at any other new news. I don't see anything. Jalen Hyatt going to the Panthers. Oh, no lie. The Andy Dalton pickup, kind of low key, kind of good. I forgot I was drafted for the Titans. Let's get this sucker started. All right, John Michael Schmidt snagged right in front of me. But I believe Steve Avila probably is still there, huh? Yeah, he is. He's probably the guy I'm looking to draft. Um, let's look at the receivers here. Yeah, we'll worry about receiver later. I'm gonna go with Steve Avila, a guy that has played guard and center during his collegiate career. Do I think the Texans trade back from 12? They could. They trade back last year. What, from like 11 to 15, right? Didn't get too much back though. Ooh, excusez-moi. Yeah, so I'm like looking down football Twitter right now, and just randomly I have something in my timeline. I have so much respect for Jay-Z and what he has accomplished. Having less than 10 good songs and being considered a legend is a feat only he could pull off. I was never a big Jay-Z fan either. Though I do love Dear Summer. Dear Summer is a freaking banger. Do you think Khalil Herbert will be RB1 for the Bears? I think he was the best run back on the team last year. I agree. Unless they do go Bijan, which isn't out of the cards. Like they've made good moves. Maybe they feel really good about Laremy Tunzel, excuse me. Larry Borum to put him back at freaking right tackle where I thought he did solid at. All right, we see BJ Ojolari going to the Falcons here. All right, we got Kalijah Cansey going to the Cleveland Browns. Deontay Banks going to the Jets. So some interesting picks here and there. Oh, sorry, Gojo. Didn't mean to scare you, bud. Oh, Gojo, you seem so over my crap right now. How does the Murphy sign-in affect Vikings draft strategy? I don't think much at all. I think you're still looking at corner because like the corners you have are unproven. I still think. I mean, they could go linebacker. They could go defensive interior. They could go edge. There's a variety of spots. They could go defensively. Who are the top right tackles in the draft for the Dolphins? Doesn't matter because none of them are going to be available for them on day 2. They could probably wait on a guy with their other third round pick, a guy like Jalen Duncan, who has upside, just play isn't all that impressive. Kalijah Cansey going to the Browns, Deontay Banks. Okay, I already mentioned those. Cody Mott going to the Packers, Mozzie Smith going to the Patriots. How do I feel about the Titans picking up Darnell Washington in round 2 to basically be a 6 offensive lineman? Well, Jacob, I think they have bigger worries than picking up a 6 offensive lineman when they only really have 1. Well, 2 right now. Their offensive line is kind of in shambles. The left side was in shambles. Now it's the whole interior. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really like this Titans draft right now. Feels pretty based. Tyree Wilson, grab Steve Avila in the second round. If I get lucky, maybe I could get a receiver. Really just best talent available. Maybe I go interior again. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's see. Anything new in the draft network Oh, speaking of the draft network, man, y'all hear Travis Homer signing with the Bears. Well, can confirm now. Bijan not going to the Bears. Did y'all hear about Kyle Krabs and Joe Marino leaving the Draft Network? It's kind of wild, right? So we've seen like guys in the last few years just use the Draft Network as a nice like jumping platform to bigger and better, which is nice. That's nice. Tyreek Stevenson going to Washington Commanders, by the way. As if you're not familiar, Trevor Sikkema, Jordan Reed, tight end signed Brunskill. Oh, my bad. That ain't. That ain't. Let's not act like that's hot. Let's not act like that's hot. Let's not act like that's hot. Let's see. I want to see specifically how he did last year. I feel like I know the Niners brought back Brendel at center, which I really didn't like. I really feel like he is like the most average of average, close to below average. But to be fair, I mean, what, he was a UDFA or like a late day 3 pick a few years ago, so uh yeah, Brunskill. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Brunskill ain't quite doing it for me, bro. Quite ain't doing it for me. Well, the Niners have historically done that to Aaron Donald. Let's not act like historically it didn't matter who was playing on that interior. Historically, the Niners have played well against Aaron Donald. When am I joining the Draft Network? Oh, never. I am not the guy that type of guy they would sign. Straight up, I am the Sami Zayn of the draft community. People look at me and they're like, I wouldn't hire that guy. I wouldn't hire that guy. Too much charisma. Yo, if the Draft Network came a knocking though, I'd be down to listen. I'd be down. I'd be down. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. And it's not like I had this huge like repertoire of, oh, I have like my here are my like write-in pieces that I've done in the past. Like I did a couple of things for Blue Chip Sports or Draft, whatever the hell they're called, for free. After they, I'm not even gonna get into it. Why I feel a certain way about them, but other than that, man, it's like I don't have this big collage of articles, so I'm not exactly the type. I'm more of a media personality, if we're gonna be honest. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Bucks, Matthew Bergeron to the Steelers, Tyreek Stevenson, Commanders, Dion Henley to the Lions. I feel like I just saw something here. Did you say Arden Key is going to the Titans? Wow, 3 years, 21 million. Goathouse just put it up 16 seconds ago. Okay. Well, it's a good thing Tyree Wilson is a flexible body type. All right, Devon A-Chain going to the Seahawks. If the Bears have signed Homer, then do we think Herbert might be running back one? They do have Ebner. Ebner's more of a special team player. Um, but like I like the idea of them running with oh my gosh, Arden. I like the who am I talking about? I like the idea of them rolling with Herbert. I don't think that rolls out Bijan, but again, you're picking in the top 10. I don't think I'd want to take a running back in the top 10. I say I don't think. I know I wouldn't. Dude, projecting where Bijan goes is going to be a task and a half. By the way, there are gonna be Cowboys free agents tomorrow that are able to hit the open market, like Dalton Schultz. His contract comes up actually tomorrow on where the new league year actually starts. So he hasn't really been in talks because or hasn't officially signed anywhere because he isn't officially a free agent just yet. So be on the look for a quick Schultz sign in tomorrow. We got Sam Laporta going to the Dolphins. Luke Musgrave going to the Chargers. How much taller are the Bears paying? How much? Oh, how much are the Bears paying Orlando Brown Jr.? Too much. Too much. If they're gonna end up signing him by his asking price, then I don't even want to know how much they're gonna be paying him. Because he wants to be paid what? He wants to be paid left tackle money. And just the NFL, where the NFL's at right now, they're just they like some teams will shell out good money for their right tackles, and they should. Right tackle is, in all honesty, just as important as left tackle nowadays. Do I think the Vikings are gonna go a little Shanahan with the blocking tight end signing? I think so. And I mean, what we saw, didn't Hawkinson have like 30% of his snaps in the slot? So like now you get a guy like Josh Oliver, who's a really good blocker. Keanu Benton going to the Bears. Antonio Johnson going to the Lions. Augustin, I would not rule out Bijan in the top 10. This is the NFL draft. Never say never. Never say never. Yeah, everyone knows Orlando's Brown RAS score was terrible, but he's been a quality tackle in the league. So it's like, don't look too much into RAS score. All right. Hey. So remember, after this, we're going to be talking about all these free agent sign-ins with a new live stream. It'll be live right after this one. Matter of fact, I think when we get closer to the end of this one, I'll go ahead and make that sucker live. All right, we got a few picks to keep up here. All right, we got Clark Phillips to the Jags. We got Luke Whippler to the Giants and Nathaniel Dell to the Dallas Cowboys. There we go. What is your evaluation of Puka Nuka? Never heard anyone talk about him, but based on what I've seen, he's very talented. Yes, just not a fast guy. That's about it. He's kind of this mid to late day 3 guy. I don't know what, like, it was so weird at this. I don't know if I haven't looked it up if there was a reason why he decided to leave the Senior Bowl after day 1 of practice, because like he had a good day of practice, but it was not enough to really do enough for his draft. Or like for his draft stock. I don't believe he was at the combine. Let me go see if I have any tested on him right now. He wasn't at the combine, so like there's gonna be questions. There's gonna be questions. By the way, if y'all haven't done it yet, hit that like button, please. But yeah, has Orlando Brown has not signed. Is Osiris Torrance a right guard? Hoping he goes. Yeah. He played right guard almost, I think, his whole collegiate career outside of his freshman year where he played left. Bijan going to the Chargers. I think they still might have to trade up though for that. Arden Key of the tight ends. Yeah, I saw it was 3 years, 21 million. What do you think about the Darren Waller trade? I thought it was good for both sides. I thought it was good for both sides. Thoughts on Steelers sign-ins? We're doing a live stream right after this live stream, talking about free agency. So we'll really get into the thick of things, talk about all the sign-ins, and grading them as such. Sidney Brown, good pickup here for the Eagles. So we got Joe Tippmann going to the Buffalo Bills, Julius Brents, to the Bengals, Isaiah Foskey, to the Bears, and then Felix Nudike Uzama to the Chiefs. What tight ends can the Dolphins get? Well, they actually could get any, really a good majority of them at either their second round pick, or their third round pick. I think they could be hopeful for Luke Musgrave in the second round. If they don't get him with their next pick, they can look at guys like Sam Laporta, though I don't really think he fits their scheme. If anything, like Tucker Kraft's a better fit. Or you could look at a guy like Luke Schoonmaker. But I mean, if you're the Dolphins, you kind of want to trade down, get more draft capital, because he's more of a late day 2, early day 3 guy. All right. So apparently the Bills, they restructured Stephon Diggs' deal. They have $20 million in cap space right now. That's wild. Julius Brent's going around this range realistically. I like him. I think he goes around like midday 2. You think it's possible that Anthony Richardson goes number 1 overall? It's the draft, man. Crap happens. All right, so we got Eli Ricks to the Bears, Keon White to the Texans, DJ Turner to the Cardinals, and Will McDonald to the Broncos. My pick is coming up, so I should get ready. Think it's already read that one. Judah's like Seattle already reunited with Jaron Reed. What about Bobby and Shaq? Ooh, I think Bobby and Shaq actually would be good ones. All I know is, Liam Eichenberg, dude, I hated that pick so much at the time. Like, I wasn't a big fan, and Dolphins fans tried to at me on that. Like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I was like, guys, he's not that good of an athlete. I don't like the pick. Sorry, not sorry. Especially if you're expecting him to be a tackle. Well, guess what? Apparently he's not good at tackle or guard. That's why Robert Jones should be the starter next year. Let's see. Any new news? Any new news? I don't. Okay, no, it's just Arden Key stuff. Okay, so nothing new. What round does Isaiah McGuire go? I feel like late day 2, early day 3. Chase, if I'm being honest. Who do you think will get Miles Sanders? Bills, Chargers should both try to get him. It depends how much he's asking for. I don't want to pay that guy a lot. I don't really want to pay any running back a lot. Like, I'm one of those guys. Draft your running back, and then once you get to where you have to negotiate their second contract, just draft another one. JL Skinner, by the way, going to the Broncos. Don't know if I already said that. Feel like I did, but kind of is what it is. All right, please do remember also in the next live stream coming on after this, Y'all are going to be helping me with these grades because we're going to talk it out. We're going to try to be reasonable people. Do I think JSN can be placed on the outside? Not really. Not full time. I think a Cooper or a Cooper Cup role where it's like 65% in the slot, 35% on the outside is ideal. What day 3 slot receivers can my Hawks draft? I mean, there's a ton. There's always a ton of slot receivers on day 2. I mean, I would say like you got Trey Palmer. You could maybe throw Jaden Reed into there. He's gonna be a fringe day 2 guy. Charlie Jones can do that. He can play outside and in the slot. Puka Nuka. Honestly, Mitchell Tinsley, I like a lot. Ronnie Bell. Jalen Monroe Cropper. Tyler Scott, a little more of these early day 3 guys. So there's a few. There's a few for you, the people. We got a couple of picks in here. Jalen Duncan going to the Rams, and then Blake Freeland going to the Raiders. All right, I really got to start looking at what I might want here. Well, all right, Saints, what you get? They got Derek Hall, so I ain't really in love with what they got a receiver right now. At this point, Tucker Kraft. So like, let's see. Maybe you go gun ho on the run it. Yo, let's just do it. Let's just do it, man. You're about to move on. The pin code was for my actual rankings. They're not current. They're post Senior Bowl rankings, but better something than nothing. That's what the pin comment was. I think I'm gonna go Zach Charbonnet. Let's go ahead. Let's start the move on from Derrick Henry. By the way, Derrick Henry, Buffalo Bills. I'm just gonna throw that out there. How far will Jalen Carter fall on draft day, if at all, due to his recent news? I don't think he falls outside of the top 10. I honestly, I'd still be willing to take him at 5. I might be willing to take him at 3. When is another walk the mock gonna happen? Probably Friday. Sounds like I'm booked for Thursday, so it sounds like Friday. Andrew Voorhees going to the Texans. I actually like that pick. Anytime, Jonathan. You got it, bro. What can the Dolphins do to improve the O-line? Pray. Pray Austin Jackson turns the corner. Or pray someone falls in the draft. I don't think there's a lot of options. Which wars in the draft would make sense? Wide receivers in the draft would make sense for the Texans? Really, any of them. Let's be honest. What do you think? What do you believe the Titans could get in a trade for Henry? I don't think much. A third, maybe. Yeah, A.T. Perry staring at you the board. Right. Okay, A.T. Perry looking at the Titans right in the face. And then you know what I'm gonna say? The Titans receivers can't separate worth crap. You think A.T. Perry's gonna help you? One of the most mid separators in this class. He's a big contested catch guy. You think he's gonna help you? You need separators. You don't have that on your squad. You need more smooth route runners, guys that actually could get a step of separation. You think A.T. Perry brings that to you? No. What have I been up to off camera? Loving my kids, loving my dog, and loving my wife. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There you go. I don't think Henry's gonna get traded. I don't think so either. I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Because to be fair, I mean, It could happen. The likelihood, though, I don't know. It really depends how loyal are the Titans. Are they loyal to a default? All right. Let's get some of these picks in. Tuli Peloto going to the Jets. We got Michael Wilson to the Falcons, Tucker Kraft to the Patriots, Gravon Dexter to the Rams, and Andre Carter, Mr. Carter, going to the Colts. Don't let the fools in the chat get to you, Chase. No, I like this. It gives me I like it, Chase. It gives me something to work off of. It allows me to try to be entertaining. Believe me, everything I say in jest. It may have a little bit of truth to it, but it's all love. He's all about that love. I am all about that love. Who's the best separator in the draft? Oh, that's such a good question. Can I say Nathaniel Dell? Can I say Nathaniel Dell? Isn't it loyal to a fault? It probably is. I'm just terrible with stuff like that. Drapion. Isn't Drapion a freaking Pokemon? Isn't that like the poison dark scorpion, or is it like poison ground or something? Do you think they are screwing up with Asuka and Bianca? It feels very Vince. I don't think Vince is making the calls. It's still Triple H. But I will say, yeah, I wish the feud was a lot hotter than it was. I mean, I guess last night it was like, oh, just spit the mist in freaking Bianca's face. Let's get this sucker started. I want to see some blows. Do you think scenes... Oh, who do I think signs Foster Moreau? Zolan. I honestly think the Raiders might get him back. I will say this. It's most likely wrong. Keyshawn Butte going to the Colts. We got Garrett Williams going to the Steelers. Hendon Hooker went to the Bucks, and Isaiah McGuire going to the Lions. All right, guys, real quick. I'm going to get my next stream up and going real quick. So don't mind the radio silence. It's not even real. I'll still be talking. I want to get this ready for when once this stream ends, I want the other one to begin. So, oh look, Goat House. He just dropped. Oh, this was 2 hours ago. Okay. Never mind. Yes, Drapion is the scorpion Pokemon. Aha! I thought so. Augustine. Do you think Orlando Brown could still work out for the Bears even if he doesn't fit their scheme? I wouldn't go after him. That's a lot of money, man. I know that they got a lot of money. Doesn't mean you have to spend all of it. Is there a running back on day 3 who could replace A.J. Dillon next season? So you're talking about like a big runner? Like a big, thick boy? I mean, not like pound for pound. Like if you're looking for that, like Tavion Thomas is your best bet, but fun fact, he's not as athletic. Like, I mean, if you're just looking for a like more of a brawling back, like Dwayne McBride might be the guy for you. But even then, some people give him day 2 love. Other than Vijay, who is the best running back? That must be Bijan. Best running back in this draft class. A lot of people say it's Gibbs. Titans will keep anyone that stays healthy and is proven to be elite. And other than a small injury, Henry has stayed healthy and is clearly elite. Unfortunately, elite at the running back position doesn't equal wins. You should do more content with Bengal. You guys are the best draft contenders out there. Hey, man, tell them to have me on the channel. I love having them on. Oh, do I know my Pokemon? Yo, so I've accidentally moved my camera a little bit. Oh no, I did. I forgot. I forgot. Hold on. I'm gonna go to webcam only view real quick. There we go. Oh, I don't have any Pokemon in the background. I just got all this anime stuff. I mean, you can't see it's off camera, but like a Pokemon, like a Pokedex book over here. Uh, like down here on this row, I got like Pokemon Legos you put together. Huh. Oh, I got an Ash Ketchum hat. What am I saying? It's just off screen. You can't see it, but I got an Ash Ketchum hat. I gotta put the New Day back up. All right, let's switch back to this bad boy. All right, guys. I'll get back to the chat in a sec. I gotta get this sucker ready for y'all. Marvin Mims, by the way, going to the Seahawks. We got Jake Hayner going to the Dolphins. Son of a gun, Antonio. DeMarvian Overshone going to the Chargers. All right. Yeah, we'll just reuse these settings. Oh, what did I want to name it? Siaki Ika going to the Ravens. Mike Morris going to the Vikings. All right. I gotta do this. Oh my gosh, who is this? Hoochie. Yeah, I know my Pokemon. Not so much the last two gens. I'm not gonna lie. I did play Sword and Shield. I'm not great with the names of those Pokemon. Payne Durham going to the Jags, by the way. I'm not great. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not great with those, and I'm totally in the dark when it comes to the new Pokemon game. So, I'm not as good as you think. There we go. Signs and trades, such as. Oh my gosh, what was a big sign in today? Now that my mind's. Let's go, Alan Lazard. There we go. All right. Gotta change the thumbnail. Already have a thumbnail ready for this bad boy. The thumbnail looks dope too. It's very similar to the one I used last night, just I changed some things. Uncheck that. Check this. Done. Show more. Let's change the tags. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back to the chat. I just want to make sure this live stream. will be like going up immediately. Yo, we don't get a lot of sex bots in the chat anymore. Isn't that cool? I think that was more so for our watch alongs. All right. All right, all right, all right. I got that sucker all set up. I'm gonna move it over here. Move back over here. All right, guys. I'm back. I'm back and I'm better than ever. Oh, no. All right, what picks have we had? We've had Jordan Battle go to the Giants. We have Tajay Spears going to the Cowboys. Cedric Tillman going to the Bills. Zach Harrison to the Bengals. Jaden Reed to the Panthers. Rashee Rice to the Eagles. All right. Broshmo back in the chat. I'm going to unpin this message because we're going to switch that to the live stream one. All right. Consensus is higher on Hooker than McKee. Yes, they are. Do you think Seahawks sign-ins change what they do at 5 at all? Maybe, potentially. I am following you on here. I don't know what that means, Jay, but thank you. Thanks, bud. All right. Henry is the ideal player for Vrabel's team. He wants to have a great defense, and he wants to be able to run the ball. The problem is you're paying a running back a lot of money. That's the problem. Do you think oh, I already read that. My bad, Ryan. I don't necessarily think that might be the case. With Alan Lazard signing, is Corey Davis I really believe Corey Davis is included in a trade. I really do. What are your thoughts on Servassier Dennis? Dude's undersized, super undersized, so he's going to get drafted somewhere on day 3. But I like the way he moves. I like his blitzing ability, but undersized, man. Those guys just don't stick in the league. Let's see. Thoughts on JL Skinner or Jordan Battle to the Seahawks? Battle, I actually kind of like that, but I don't think they need a safety. I honestly don't think they need safeties. JL Skinner moved that guy to freaking linebacker. Jamie Robinson going to the Chiefs. We got the Cardinals going with Amoro Ajamo. Nah, you're good, Ryan. I don't mind. Don't spam it like 6 times, though. Then we got problems. By the way, if y'all haven't checked out Letterkenny, what you doing with your life? Pitter batter. Let's skedatter. No, it's just pitter patter. No skedatter. Just pitter patter. Be on your merry freaking way. Where do you think Tank Bigsby goes in the dude? Tank Bigsby's a mystery to me. Late day 2, early day 3. I think ideally a team that's like a gap like blocking scheme or a inside zone heavy squad. Don't know how I feel about Rashad Penny signing. I don't mind it. Dude's good when healthy. Jay says it means I subscribe to your YouTube channel. Thanks. I appreciate it, but let's be honest. It's to your benefit to subscribe. Stupid. What a douchey thing to say. It's like an abusive relationship. You need me. You ain't going nowhere. You think you could get this out there? Oh, man. All right. Whoa. Colts are signing Samson Bukakim. 3-year deal that has a maximum value of $27 million. Was that legit? I didn't even notice that one. I didn't notice that one in general. A couple of picks. Thoughts on Malik Cunningham? Joe Johnson. There are my thoughts. Oh man, we got picks just rolling in. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, guy. That was the first time I saw it. To be fair, prior to the live stream, I was filling in all the pro day numbers onto my nice little Google spreadsheet. I'm glad I became a bro. Not gonna lie, your content's amazing, dude. I try. That's why. Like, there ain't no YouTube channel out here talking about as many NFL draft prospects as me. There ain't no, well, I mean, there's a lot of other great YouTube channels that do a lot of good NFL content, but like in sheer, like you're gonna, like in sheer volume, you're gonna know a ton of freaking prospects. All right, so the draft just ended. Okay, this works out well. All right, Tanner McKee going to the Commanders, Byron Young going to Cleveland, Caillou Blue Kelly going to the Niners, Jalen Jones going to the Giants, Noah Shule going to the Niners. All right, we're going to run through these. We're going to run through each pick, or at least each team and who they picked. And I'm going to go ahead and get this other live stream started for y'all. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Arizona Cardinals, Will Anderson, Josh Downs, DJ Turner, Moro Ojamo. That's actually a pretty all right draft. Devon Witherspoon, BJ Ojolari, and Michael Wilson going to the Falcons. Would kind of love a little bit more speed, but I do like Wilson. I do like him. Baltimore Ravens, Jackson Jigba, Siaki Ika. I really like the Smith pick. Ika's kind of whatever. Buffalo Bills, Darnell Wright, Joe Tippmann, really addressing that offensive line, and I love it. And then Cedric Tillman. I guess you're hoping to get an outside receiver that just works consistently. Carolina Panthers, Stroud, Hyatt, Reed. Oh, I like double dipping on receiver, Ibram. I like double dipping on receiver. The Chicago Bears, Paris Johnson, Keanu Benton. They got Isaiah Foskey. Kind of got to focus the defensive line. They really haven't addressed much of that as of right now. And then Eli Ricks. This is a solid draft. Cincinnati Bengals, DeJuan Jones, Julius Brents. I'm going to be honest. I know Coach Lou's pretty good with his schemes. He's very versatile. He plays to his players' strengths. And I was about to say, Julius Brents, I don't feel like is a good scheme fit. But then I had to remember, oh yeah, Coach Lou's kind of a gangster. Zach Harrison's solid pickup too. Cleveland Browns, we got Kalijah Cansey. And then you got Byron Young. So just, despite the sign-ins, you're like, I have no faith in our defensive line. Let's add some more playmakers. I don't mind it. Dalton Kincaid going to the Cowboys, Nathaniel Dell, and then Tajay Spears. I feel like not necessarily, like they're good players, but I don't really think they're big positional needs. Will McDonald, JL Skinner going to the Broncos. We got Detroit Lions, Nolan Smith, Will Levis, Dion Henley, Antonio Johnson, and Isaiah McGuire. A lot of good players there. Packers, Broderick Jones, Cody Mock, really addressing the offensive line. Very interesting. Then Andre Carter as kind of a developmental guy. Houston Texans. They go Bryce Young, Lucas Van Ness, Michael Mayer, Keon White, and Andrew Voorhees. Voorhees can't play. I don't think he plays center. I'll just put that out there. The Colts, they go Anthony Richardson, Emmanuel Forbes, and then Keyshawn Abute. Jacksonville Jaguars go Zay Flowers, Clark, Phillips, Payne Durham. Not in love with the Payne Durham pick, but I like getting Clark, Phillips, and probably playing him early in the slot. The Kansas City Chiefs go Anton Harrison, Felix Anudike Uzama, and Jamie Robinson. I don't think they need to go safety. I think they like Brian Cook. Oh, Juan Thornhill hasn't signed with a new team yet, has he? Ooh, sneaky. Quentin Johnston going to the Chargers. We got Luke Musgrave and Marvian Overshone. We have the Rams here going Cam Smith, Jalen Duncan, Gervon Dexter. Raiders, Christian Gonzalez, Darnell Washington, and Blake Freeland. Miami Dolphins go Sam Laporta and then Jake Haener. Jake freaking Haener. Minnesota Vikings, Trenton Simpson and Mike Morris. And then we have the New England Patriots, Joey Porter, Mozzie Smith, Tucker Kraft. All right, we got New Orleans Saints. Eddie Tamiwa, Eddie Bari, John Michael Schmitz, and Derek Hall. I like that draft. All right, New York Giants, Jordan Addison, Luke Whippler, Jordan Battle, and Jalon Jones. Jets, Peter Skronsky, Deontay Banks, and Tuli Toi Peloto. Oh, shucks. All right, there we go. All right, Philadelphia Eagles, Miles Murphy, Jack Campbell, Sidney Brown, and Rashee Rice. Very interesting. Pittsburgh Steelers, Brian Brazil, Drew Sanders, Matthew Bergeron, and Garrett Williams. This is actually a really good draft. I'm shocked. Jalen Carter, Osiris Torrance, Keely Ringo, Devon Achane, and Marvin Mims going to the Seattle Seahawks. The 49ers, Caillou Blue Kelly, Noah Sewell, Jared Patterson. Some people really like Patterson. I got it more of a mid to late day 3 grade on him. We got the Bucks, Brian Branch, Jahmyr Gibbs, Hendon Hooker. Tennessee tight ends was me. I took Tyree Wilson because I had no idea about Arden Key, but still good value. Steve Avila and Zach Charbonnet. And then finally we got the Washington Commanders with Bijan Robinson, Tyreek Stevenson, and Tanner McKee. Yo, come on. Sam Howell, guys. Come on. I know Voorhees is a guard, but he ain't playing center. Didn't the Texans just sign a guard today? They have Kenyon Green, and I'm fairly confident they brought in a guard today. Could be wrong. Who knows? I'm gonna real quick. I kind of want to refresh the timeline. Oh my gosh, go up. There we go. All right, and what is this? All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make this stream. I just made the stream for the free. Well, I'm waiting on it. All right. Just made the stream for the free agency one. So the minute we end this one, I'm going to go live with, I'm going to go live there, and I'm just going to get y'all the, I'm going to get y'all the link to that. All right. I'm going to, yeah, here we go. Hey, you'll get my thoughts in the other stream. So, stream continues here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this one, and I will see y'all in literally a couple of seconds. Later.